As we all know, winters in Canada can be less than ideal. It's cold, it's rainy, it's windy. All of a sudden, it's warm for a day, and then it's back to the cycle of rain, snow, ice, and cold. If only there was some way to get around without having to go outside just to get a coffee. Thankfully, there is one. In come Pedways, the winter walker's dream. Just like a sidewalk, but without all the nasty weather that makes those heavy winter clothes necessary. And Halifax already has a pedway system over some of downtown. For anyone who needs to mosey about the covered area, it's super convenient. It's obvious that the answer to our winter woes has been found. Case closed, video over, folks. Bring on the pedways.
There's just one problem with that. Pedways suck.
We'll be honest. When we started researching for this video, we thought pedways were awesome. Who doesn't like walking through glass tunnels, peeking down at the snow-covered landscape without needing to bundle up and brave the winter winds? But the more we looked into it, the more we learned that this separation from the outdoors may be one of their biggest drawbacks. One of the most common criticisms of pedways is that by taking people off the streets, they make streets less vibrant, turning cities into places we pass through, not live in. And that can have a negative effect on the people and businesses.
Another criticism is the social hierarchy they create. Jan Gale, who is opposed to the networks, said they're bad for civic life and business, but good for office towers and the spaces between them. Pedways most often connect spaces that the wealthier classes occupy.
While most pedways are technically considered to be public, they often connect privately owned buildings and are considered a privatized public space. These private entities might try to discourage people who don't work in them from using the system or close down sections of the network outside business hours.
This defeats the purpose of pedways serving as a climatized pedestrian network. Pedways can be inaccessible and difficult to navigate if their entry and exit points have limited hours and are not open all days of the week.
The HRM Centre Plan also has no plans to build a new pedway system or expand the existing downtown network, citing reasons similar to the ones we've addressed. It's a goal of the municipality to ensure that new developments incorporate all-season design strategies to maximize human comfort in all weather conditions. Pedways are great at serving a limited area within limited hours, but people need to be able to get everywhere all of the time. So we need to rely on the infrastructure that already connects most of the central HRM, the humble sidewalk. They may not be suspended in the sky or lined with plush carpet, but they're equitable, available, and we can change them to be more accessible and friendly all year round.
There's no beating around it. Winter happens. It's something that, as Canadians, we should celebrate. Cities like Winnipeg work to counteract the cold and dark of winter by fostering a sense of community in their outdoor spaces, with programmed events, activities, patios, and winter-ready infrastructure. At the top of the list for creating winter walkways is proper sidewalk maintenance. Municipalities have to put just as much work, if not more, into clearing sidewalks of snow and ice as they do streets. Lighting also needs to be equally prioritized. A well-lit sidewalk feels safer and is more inviting even during those early winter nights. If cities want to get really crazy, they can implement complete street projects. This would reduce the amount of slippery curb cuts and encourage better snow removal. Additional landscaping and permeable surfaces also helps to absorb melting snow and rain, reducing the likelihood of flooding and freezing.
Once you have a clear and safe network, it's important to encourage people to get out and use it. Allowing restaurants and cafes to have patios all year round with awnings, blankets, and heat lamps makes spaces more lively and makes people want to brave the cold to go out and use them.
Cities can build off this by setting up outdoor winter furniture along with warming huts near parks and food trucks to encourage people to use these spaces and services all year long.
Finally, planners and municipal officials can make better long-term decisions to maximize sunlight and minimize wind exposure. High-rises that don't have proper setbacks tend to make winter weather worse by blocking sunlight and creating wind tunnels.
Encouraging varying building heights and shapes can help to further reduce ground-level wind speeds, and awnings over areas that already have minimal sun exposure can provide a little extra coverage from snow, rain, and wind in any season.
When it comes down to it, the best winter walkway is a well-cleared sidewalk that connects people to activities, services, and each other. For more information on how cities can encourage people to get out even during the winter, check out wintercityedmonton.ca/understanding-wintercity-design.